Whoa, there's ants all on that one. Wow. I was wondering why things were moving. They're fire ants too. I think, wow, that one bit me on my tricep. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, really? Another fencing video from Piney Grove Homestead? But guys, this is not easy, and it's not cheap. So we're saving about $5 a foot for fencing, and we're doing about 1,000 feet of fencing out here. So by doing this ourselves, we're saving about $5,000. There are people out there that are probably get this fence tighter, and there are definitely people out there that can do it quicker. But it is a long, slow process, and it's also what we're doing out here. We can only film what we're doing. We don't make up content. We don't sensationalize things. We just work on our property, show you what we're doing on our property, and lately it's been fencing. So the fence is almost done, and the cows have been living in it for well over a month now. I mean, with the wire up like this, the cows are fine. It's just that it'll be a stronger fence with the T-post. But we're going to be transitioning over to the pond fix. So hopefully you guys are excited about that, because we're excited to bring you the content. You know, Charlie looking at us, she'll probably come over. They're both nosy, but she'll probably come over while we're putting in T-posts and check us out. And then Chief is facing the other way. And they're just enjoying their best life out here. But a couple of days ago, I put this bristle broom on this post for them to scratch on. They love chin scratches from their humans, and they also love to rub against a tree, but they figured that out right away, and within minutes of mounting it, they were rubbing up against it and kind of pushing each other out of the way to see who could go first. This is a lot easier with two people. When Deb helped me on the first set of T-posts we put in, she would move the stuff over, and I would just and hold the post up, and then I would just jump on the bench with the machine, and she would level it and everything. But she's busy doing some other stuff, and she also has some guests coming over today, so I wanted to get this done while we got good weather across the nation. Everybody is just being slammed by a winter storm. It's coming here too, but as you can see, it's not here yet. They're going in pretty good, pretty plumb, pretty in line with the fence. This fence wire is pretty straight up and down, so just following the fence wire makes it a little bit easier. Sometimes it's not, so you got to level it while you're doing it. So we released the fence video today, and it was filmed a month or so ago. We try not to put fence after fence after fence video, so we try to mix it up. So some things may not be exactly in chronological order, just vary the content there a little bit, so you guys don't get, tired of seeing back-to-back fencing videos. But whoa, there's ants all on that one. Wow. I was wondering why things were moving. They're fire ants too. I think, wow, that one bit me on my tricep. Ooh, they're still biting me. Yeah, the tip of that was, they had built an ant mound on that. That's horrible. That's horrible. Yeah, one of the videos I did to kind of break up the fencing videos was another ant solution, fire ant solution video. I just timed those last 4 posts, and I did those 4 posts in 5 minutes and like 15 seconds. So it goes pretty quick when you're, once you get in the rhythm. The posts are already laid out, which I did the other day. And you get your processes down, and if your wire's straight, you can follow the wire. Now, some of the wire on this last run here may not be perfectly vertical or perfectly plumb. But the good news about T-post is if you don't get them perfect, they're pretty easy to bend. And then when you fasten them back to the wire with 4 or 5 clips, and get them back to plumb and level, then they tighten up. So you don't have to get them perfect. Now I put a piece of flagging tape every place a post was needed. I measured, it's about 40 feet or 50 feet in between each of the wooden posts. So about every 10 feet or so, it just depends on the bays. I put a T post in, but I marked it with this flagging tape, and now I'm going to cut that off. And the reason I'm cutting it off is because our cows are super curious, super nosy, and they love to put stuff like this in their mouth and potentially eat it. We had a roll of wire over here before we put the wire up, and there's a white tag on it about 4 or 5 inches long. Might have been a tag on the end of a post. And we're sitting over there just chilling in the shade watching the cows, and one of the cows, all this grass to eat, went over and grabbed that label or that tag and started like had it in their throat. It was pretty long. So I've got to cut all these off so the cows don't get them. And then also, when I cut them off the other T-post a few days ago, I put them in my pocket and forgot to take all the little pieces out. And Deb said when she did laundry, I don't know if it was the washer or the dryer, but she said there was like probably 30 or 40 pieces of this red flagging tape just all mixed in with the clothes. She said it literally looked like a roll of flagging tape had exploded inside the washer.
My true reminder of where my love belongs. We'll be cutting edge, make a brand new sketch. Fire in the heart, flipping hearts around. We'll be changing all that's wrong. And baby, hold on, bring it on. We'll be running the show, bring it on. Take it all as we go, bring it on, let's go, bring it on, let's roll the dice, bring it on tonight. Let me take you higher, reaching for the
Well, I got a little help here, but she's easily distracted. So Deb showed up to take Bella for a walk, and she saw me struggling over here. So she came over to help, and it's just a big help just like for her to hold the T-post up rather than me trying to stand it up with the post driver on it. That's hard on my shoulders. It's heavy. And then once you've got it in the post driver, you got to like maneuver it to get it where it's supposed to be, lining up with the verticals on the fence. And by her holding the post and moving the little ladder step, it's just going so much quicker, and it's so much easier, I guess. It's way less effort. So we've only got like 10 more to go, and then we'll be done with this one.
That's a good
The good old days before we had mics, huh? We were doing T-posts and posts, very first set that we did, and the wind was just howling, and we didn't have mics. And we were like typing on the screen what we were saying so people could understand it. Kind of like we'll probably have to do now because we don't have mics on. But actually the wind isn't bad at all. So what do you think? What did you think when you came out? Because I had been out here for a while before you came out.
I was shocked at how much you got done. I didn't feel like it had been that long.
Yeah, all right, hold it right there. T-posts they go in fairly quick, but definitely going quicker with a helper. Let's have Deb drive one. What do you think there, lady?
Okay, so it's been a while since I've done that. Two things. It is heavy. It is heavy, and I remember that from last time because I can't raise it that high. It does its thing, but you do have to apply a little bit of pressure, downward pressure for it, which I had also forgot. So at first I felt like it was jumping all around because I wasn't pushing. Once I pushed down on it, it went really fast. But yeah, no, that's great. It's great if you don't have to lift it up.
She's scared.
She's scared. She doesn't like noises. That sound like a chainsaw.
Yeah, it does. Last T-post in the whole fence. All right, guys, that's gonna do it. We'll catch you on the next video.
Take care.